Hi, this is a Curvy 3D tutorial where I'll be showing you some of the subdivision modelling tools in Curvy. We'll be making the red car body, just hide the other bits of the car. So we've got this sort of swooping red shape is the main bulk of the body, and we're going to make this out of a subdivision surface, which is really just a deformed cube. So first thing we need to do is switch to the Poly Tools tab and select Create Sub D Cube. Now we drag to make a cube. This will make a very simple shape, but we need a little bit more definition. I'm going to press A to show the wireframe view, which is quite important using this mode. And then I'm going to use the normal subdivide tool, 2 divisions, and turn off smooth. So we'll get a nice subdivided box. Bake that action. Now we need to turn this back into a Poly Tools Sub D mesh. So I'm going to use Mesh Grab and just click on the model. And you should see all of the vertices, the points appear as little blobs over the mesh. Then we select all, and we're going to scale it into the rough shape of the car. First of all, doing the length and the breadth. Then once we're happy with the overall dimensions, we're going to go in again with the rectangular selection tool and select parts which are going to be the mud guards. I'm going to pull these out and up. So you see we've got a very sort of sharp mesh at the moment. We want a clean, smooth, floating shape. So once I've done a little bit of modelling in the non-subdivided mode, I'm going to turn on subdivision, and this shape should become nice and smooth. There we go. Click subdivision on the object properties panel, and it'll still be made out of the simple mesh. You'll still see the simple mesh, the vertices, but the end result is a nice smooth surface, which can be quite complicated compared to the control mesh which you're dragging around. So I'm just pulling out the front a bit. I'm selecting groups of vertices to move with the rectangular select tool and dragging them into position. You can spend as long as you like on this step, just dragging the control mesh, using this to rotate and move tools to get it into shape. One thing we can also do is turn on symmetry, so the model will automatically look the same on both sides. So that's tweaked into shape as I like it. Maybe do a little bit more distortion so it's quite almost a caricature of a car with swooping arched shapes. So there we go. We're going to turn on symmetry, and you see the mud guards are reflected onto the other side. And it's still editable at this point, so we've got live subdivision and live symmetry. I'm just going to throw on a quick metallic material. And now you can see we've got a nice shine of the car. Just muck around with the highlight settings. And then we're beginning to see what we want to happen now. With all the rest of the details, it'll start to look like a car rather than this sort of abstract shape. When I'm happy with the shape, I'm going to bake the subdivision into a normal mesh, and then I'm going to use the mesh subdivision to subdivide it smoothly one more time, so the curves come out as really graceful and sweeping. Just need to scale down the the front, so I'm going to use the gradient select tool to select mainly the front of the car and scale that down. And I'm pretty happy with that. We can turn off the edges. Now I'm going to draw the cabin of the car. Notice that my second curve there is flipped. The mesh is twisted, so I'm going to use curve reverse to flip that round on that curve. Use the curve rulers to make this into a nice rounded shape. Turn it into a 3-line lathe and just move this other curve into position. We're just going to have a sort of dome effect for the cabin. Just move and scale that into position. Turn off snap rotation and then move that into place. Again, give it a nice shiny material. And get rid of the ambient, turn the ambient to black so it looks more contrasty. I'm going to copy around this shape to add a little bit more detail to the front of the car. So using Control D to copy, and then move with W to move, E to rotate, R to scale. Move this into like a fin at the front of the car. Happy with that. Use Control D to copy, Control C and Control L to make a mirrored copy. And there we go, there's a sort of grille at the front of the car. Just set the material, copy and paste the material onto the other objects. And there we go, that's the car body made just in a few minutes, very simply, by using subdivision surfaces in Curvy 3D. You can try this out for yourself in the free Curvy 3D demo at curvy3d.com, and you can play around for 30 days for free. Yeah, I've got another tutorial on this channel of how I made the wheels with the tread on the wheel tracks, and there are plenty of other tutorials on my channel, so please subscribe. Bye for now.